Welcome to Voices Behind Clarity. I'm your host, Veronica, and I'm so thrilled to have you here for our very first episode. Today's topic is something we don't talk about enough: the art of doing nothing. Yes, you heard that right. In a world that's always go, 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 we're going to explore the beauty, the power, and the freedom of slowing down. Let's take a breath and dive in. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you truly did nothing? I'm not talking about strolling through Instagram or watching Netflix. I mean just sitting, breathing, and basically existing. If you're struggling to answer, you're not alone. We live in a society that glorifies busyness. If you're not hustling 24/7, it can feel like you're falling behind. But here's the thing: doing nothing isn't lazy, it's necessary. When we constantly push ourselves, we end up running on fumes. Trust me, I've been there. And the funny thing, it's often in those moments of silliness when we finally stop is when clarity comes. That's what this podcast is all about: finding clarity in unexpected places. Now, here's a fun fact. Study shows that our brains are most creative when we're not actively focused on a task. It's called the default mode network, and it kicks in when we're daydreaming, resting, or yes, doing nothing. That's why some of your best ideas come in the shower or while you're staring out of the window. Doing nothing isn't just relaxing, it's productive in its own weird way. So, the next time you feel guilty about taking a break, remember this: your brain needs rest to recharge and be creative. Doing nothing is actually doing something. Ooh, what's that song? I know. We're gonna be doing a listener challenge. So let's make this interactive. I have a challenge for you. This week, set aside 5 minutes to do absolutely nothing. No phone, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. It might feel awkward at first or even uncomfortable, but stick with it. I want you to notice how it feels to pause, notice what comes up, and if you want, share your experience with me on Instagram at Voices Behind Clarity. I'd love to hear about it. I'll be honest, doing nothing didn't come naturally to me. I'm the kind of person who feels like they always need to do working on something, whether it's a project or a goal or even just organizing my space. But last year, I hit a point where I feel so overwhelmed. So I decided to try something radical. I spent a whole afternoon doing nothing. No plans, no to-do list, just me, a cup of tea, a cozy blanket, and just my thoughts. At first, I felt like I was wasting time. But then something amazing happened. I started to relax. My mind wandered and I came up with ideas I've been stuck on for weeks. That experience taught me that sometimes the best way to move forward is to stop. All right, friends, that's it for today's episode of Voices Behind Clarity. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this episode, it's that doing nothing isn't just okay, it's essential. In the stillness, we find clarity. In the pause, we find inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. It helps this little podcast grow. And don't forget to take on the listener challenge 5 minutes of nothing. Tag me at Voices Behind Clarity to let me know how it goes. Until next time, remember to pause, breathe, and embrace the art of doing nothing. Bye for now.